Welcome to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, named after the brothers whose idea for a race in Mexico was so compelling that it got presidential approval. And we're glad it did. Welcome along to the Mexico City Grand Prix. At 2,285 meters above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners then make a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking into the braking zones of Turn 1 and Turn 4. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Fernando Alonso lines up on pole position, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Stroll, Hamilton, Russell, Oscar Piastri, Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Perez, Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Gasly, Ocon, Albon, Sargent, Joe, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, and Valtteri Bottas begins the race from the back of the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And what would any Grand Prix weekend be without the one and only Anthony Davidson alongside me? As always, to talk you through the action. Let's have a chat about Fernando Alonso.
Well, it was a really impressive lap in qualifying to get pole position, but are they going to be able to hold on to the lead into the first corner with so many quick starters around them? One more thing to consider is the strategy element. How far can the drivers push these tyres, and who's going to blink first for fresh rubber? It'll be interesting to see if the leaders have to compromise their plan to cover off the cars behind them.
Here we go then, the formation lap gets underway and the excitement here is building as we near ever closer to the start of the race. Which team will come out on top? Who's got their strategies right for today's race? Well, we'll soon find out. So as all the cars take their positions on the grid, the teams will be hoping their strategies pay off for them in today's race. The question I'm asking is which teams have got it right, which ones have got it horribly wrong?
The United Kingdom has achieved more World Drivers' Championships than any other country, over a quarter of which was won by Lewis Hamilton.
First position, front of the pack. We don't currently have the data for that request. Norris is behind you. Okay, your pit window opens in 9 laps time. Okay, 18 laps to go. Norris behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. Your last lap time was a 1 minute 25.6. Norris is behind you. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got 1 more stop. The time last lap was a 1:23.4. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. There's a new strategy available on the MFD. Copy. Norris behind. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1 minute 24.1. Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position. You need to give that place back, I'm afraid. That was an illegal overtake. Gap to your teammate behind is 2.7 seconds. Norris is behind you, and the gap behind us is 0.8 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 6 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time was a 1:28.4. Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap. That's Hamilton behind. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:25.0. Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Ricardo ahead of you. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 8 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. And the time last lap was a 1:26.4. Ahead. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 9.0 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Their tyres are 9 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. The last lap time was a 1:25.0. Car behind you's just come in for the hard tyres. Car behind, running hard tyres. Okay, Magnussen ahead. And gap to the car in front is 11.7 seconds. Okay, they're on old softs. Okay, they've done 10 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop. Time last lap was a 1:24.3. Hamilton behind you now. Okay, the gap behind is 3.5 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Carlos is in for his stop now. Car behind is Carlos. They've just entered the pits. tyre condition still looking good. No rainfall expected today, so we think it'll stay dry. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 9.1 seconds. That's Hamilton behind. Our gap behind is 2.0 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 3 laps old, and the time last lap was a 1 minute 22.9. That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Pack, that's P1. Hamilton behind you now. Okay, so the gap to the car behind is 1.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 4 laps remaining. I've got some information on Hamilton for you. They seem to have an issue. That's Hamilton behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old. They've got some kind of mechanical problem. The last lap time was a 1:23.2. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Hamilton behind you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 6 laps old. They seem to have an issue. Time last lap was a 1 minute 24.9. I've got some information on Hamilton for you. They're retiring from the race. Green flag. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, their tyres are 7 laps old. And the time last lap was a 1:24.4. You're losing around 1.6 seconds. Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining. Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
It's a performance to be proud of from our Mexico City Grand Prix winners today. Tell me, Ant, how do you think they were able to deliver such an incredible result today?
Well, this was one through an abundance of speed and skillful overtakes. Inside, outside, cutting underneath, we saw it all today. And it's really nice to see a Grand Prix won in that manner. A race to satisfy the purists today, I think.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix, and they're certainly a team that know what they're doing out there.